last week we managed to you're old and half blind. We managed to get the screen scrolling in 2 directions, and took an awful lot of memory space up and doing it, but it does it. And what I thought this time is that we could do this. And I think it was on this one. Not sure. Hang on. Was it that one? Was it that one? Can't remember. Can't be that one because that doesn't load. Where we had Quazzy running around on the screen. I can't remember which one it was, to be honest. Anyway, so we are going to try and get Quazzy here and his lady friend on the screen and moving accordingly. That's the plan. So I've copied what I need. So I've got the sprite library that we developed a while ago. I have copied version 4. Oh, now even that's not working now. What's it saying? F6. Is already defined. Ooh, hang on. Missed it. Right, let's try that again. There we go. So we have Quazzy, who is not actually anything at the moment. I wonder why that's like that. Because I've copied them. I've copied the sprites in. Yeah. Unless, no, it should be right. Wonder why that's not working. That's the multiplexer. This is the one. So that's an exact copy of that. The only difference is the sprites load into that one. What we're using? Sprites v3 bin. Okay, we'll grab that. Paste it into there. Get rid of that. Rename. Right, let's try that again. F6. Oh, must be. That is weird. That should be working. Have I relocated the screen page? Don't think so. No. Well, let's work out where it's putting it, because that should be right. 28AO. My mum's texting me. Right. Oh, I better do that on computer. Can't do it from there. Right. 2A80. Right. Divide by 64. Should be 170. Right. So we're looking at sprite RAM plus 8. So what's sprite RAM? Where's the constants gone? I bet my sprite RAM's in the wrong place. Yes. No, 170. Right, let's try that now. Where is it? There we go. That's better. So we're going to try and incorporate that code into the map loader. So we've got the map loader here. There you go. Got the map loader that does the scrolling. And what I want to do is I want to put Quazzy in here, down here somewhere. We're not going to detect anything. We're just going to plonk him there like he's in, and we're going to try and see if we can get him to go to about here. And then when he hits here, the screen starts scrolling. And if he goes this way to about here, then the screen starts scrolling that way. So he's got some move. He's got room to move here, right, backwards and forwards. But as soon as he reaches the edges, we start scrolling the screen. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And so, yeah, that's the plan. So it's going to be a lot of copying and pasting going on. We also need to make a library of the scrolling part, so we can reuse it again. And same with the animation as well, I suppose. Get the animation to be straw tile. Scroll right. Scroll left. Animate. Yeah. So we're going to keep it in. The one page at the moment, but I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to copy this and paste, and we're going to call this rename. We'll call it demo scenes, because it is demonstrating whether we can do it. So I've made a copy of the map loader, so this should be the map loader and the scroller. Yeah. So what we need to do now is as well as that, we need to now incorporate all the stuff that we've put in this sprite example. Yeah, everything in here that makes Quazzy do that, and put it in the map loader and see if we can, roughly about there I'm thinking about. And if I go the other way, right, so the most significant bit's not set, so we'd have to just a bit further, I think, just need it a bit further, but we'll get that most significant bit set as well. So it's a case of trying to merge the two together without throwing a fit. So the demo scene, let's see, what's memory space start? So it starts at 02B8 and moves on. So we've got plenty of cheat and make that a scroll point. Yeah, we could do, because it's what, 200. It's sorry, 70 away, isn't it, from the edge, sort of, somewhere. Yeah, we could do that. It would help, wouldn't it? It would help. So, yes, it does make it simpler. It does make it simpler. So let's get rid of some of these. Right, we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. Leave that and leave that. Right, so sprite example. So we need we need to copy that because we're going to try and mix the two together. So this is all about Quazzy movement. Now frame count is going to be a problem because the frame counter is to do with the animation, isn't it? It's the global frame counter, isn't it? Yes. Now with Quazzy, the frame counter only goes up. No, goes. Yeah, it only goes up to 32, but we've got it going up to 120. 128. And why have we got it going up to 32? Let's see. We're calculate sprite frame. So we're dividing it by 8. 32 divided by 8 gives us 4. Now we are using 128. But we're not. We're using 2. So we need to change this one. So we'll call it pixel frame counter. Scrolling. So let's replace all of those before we get anywhere. And that means that this one is that, and we can get rid of that. Right, so scrolling frame counter can be down here, and it's going to be B8. Right, stop that confusion. Ooh. No, frame counter. That's the frame counter. That's the sprite frame counter. Let's find sprite frame counter. There it is. So that stores frame counter into the sprite frame counter. Okay. But we could use the frame counter into the ooh. No. We'll leave them separate. Right, so we'll call this global. Scrolling frame counter. Sprite frame counter, so we'll right, Quazzy frame counter and sprite frame counter. Right, so in here we'll need to change all the sprite frame counters into Quazzy frame counters, and the frame counter into a sprite one. That's what we've called it, yeah. do that before I copy it across, I think. Yeah, so we can test it. Right, so we'll do a quick global replace. So sprite frame counter is now Quazzy frame counter, and frame counter is now sprite. I want exact match. There we go. So there should be only the frame counters in there. Yep, replace. Right, we'll just make sure this is still working before we go and copy it over. Yep, we ain't broke it. Good, good, good. So we're going to, right, let's get rid of that so we get some real estate going on here. Do that over there. Get rid of that, demo scene. So this is the setup. This is the setup of the map. So we need to set up Quazzy, but first of all we've copied, what have we copied? Joystick state, so we need to copy all this lot as well. Put that there, and start. Yeah, we can put that there, so we'll put that there as well. So that's all the animation. So this sorts out, this is put in the screen, where's it put in the screen? 4000, okay. This is why this was set to 4.3, so we'll change that back to 4.3. Right, so let's start. Now I started doing I started replacing the with the code with the library, so we might do that while coming on as well. So set up to there. That does that. And this is the game loop, so we'll just push that down there out of the way. Right, so this is setting up the sprite. So basically setting up the frames of the sprite. Right, working sprites, where's that? Oh, that's this. So we need to import this. There we go. Right, so that's setting up the frames. Now this, I think this is Esmeralda. Esmeralda. Esmeralda, yeah. This is Quazzy. And then we are setting, setting everything. We should call her Jill. Alright? We'll call her Jill. easy to type, easy to say as well. Right, so we are setting that, but I've got the library. Let's put the library there, because we have got Big and small, hang on. Apply X, subtract, apply frame, which is what we've done. We've set working frame, apply colour, apply multiple colour, enable. Oh, we didn't do the big and small. I'm sure we did. Oh, was that in this? Was that in the multiplexer? Let's have a look. That might have a different library. No, so it must be in the multiplexer specific one. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Alright. Well, it's not in the sprite library. Set in the big, so we'll do this here. Alright, so we are setting that's enable, isn't it? That's enabling the sprites, the 4 sprites. And this is sprite 1 and 3 to be multicolour. Let's get some comments in here. Right, now we're setting the X. So we're setting the position of Quazzy. So this works by X low. No, X low. That's X high. hey Proton. Sprite number. And we've got the same here. So Y. So that's sprite number. I'm not going to put it on for everything, because then we know that that's X and Y. Now the reason we redefine A and X is because this destroys A and X, and so there's no preservation on it. We could preserve it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Right, so so this is setting now. So that's Quazzy 0, 1. And so that must be 3 and 4. 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah. So we can do the same thing here. So LDX, and then we go LDA hash 0, LDY hash 3. Set that. And then copy this again. So that's 4. So that's setting. So this is setting position of Jill. Right. Setting X. Now we're setting up the Y's. Now everybody is on the same Y up in the sky at the moment. So we are going to, I really should make it preserve it, shouldn't I? Really. Let's do that, set X. Yeah, because look, it destroys it, look. So, PHA, transfer Y into A, PHA, transfer X into A, PHA, and do the opposite. Not that many. That's it. We'll do that for set Y as well, because that's the same. That mate. Set Y, we'll do the same there. That'll do. So here now we don't have to redefine it again. That should take care of that. So we do it the first time, but we don't need to do it the second time. And here we can go I and Y because we're preserving everything now. And same here. I ought to put something in here. There we go. Right, so everything's going to be on the same level. So we'll start with 0 and we will go there. And set Y, I and Y, right. So sprite 0, sprite 1. That's Quazzy. And then here. And we're calling her Jill.
Hi, John here. Another subscriber. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Gramlich, thank you for the subscribe, mate. Thank you. Unfortunately, the last subscriber bit on mine is not real time yet. It will eventually, but it's not real time. So next time I have a stream, that will change. Right, so okay. Okay, 156. 156. Oh yeah, well spotted, mate. Well spotted. Finally found the Amazon Primes. Well, I didn't know, mate. 153's wrong. PLA, transfer into X, PLA, transfer into Y, PLA. Push A, transfer Y into A, push Y, transfer X, push X. Right, that saves A, Y and X in that order, yeah? So this one restores X, Y and A in that order. It does mean though the copy and paste as Grey Defender spotted. Because this was X, so that means Y is going to be the same issue. Here we go. There we go. There you go, mate. Oh. No wonder it doesn't. There you go, mate. Because he remembered that paste, copied and pasted it. We will do the same, because this is going to be what everybody uses. So make sure there's comments in there. Oh, you're beating Andy. If you do there you go. If I do a list, you can see the command that you need to use. There we go. Exclamation mark AMK top 10. You'll see where you are. Right, that sorts that out. Oh, a joint. Both on 12 points. That's not fair. I mean, Andy's just running away with it. Right, so that solved that. So we're preserving the registers for this, because I think it's necessary. Yeah, registers are preserved. So setting for Jill, so that's 1, 2, and we've got 1 too many. So we should be setting 4 sprites. 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right, back to this. So now we're setting the colours. Now we're setting the colours. And I'm not sure if I've got colours in here. Can't remember. Here we go, set colour. Aha! We can do that. Apply colour. So yeah, they're preserved. So we can do LDA, LDY, #0, JSR, set color. Set color. And then IMY twice. In fact, we'll just do that, because we're using 2 bytes to do IMY, and I think the number of cycles just to load is quicker than doing IMY. I think. Is it? Is it quicker? Let's have a quick poke. 650 to instructions. Okay, so INY 2 cycles. Oh, it's got to be load Y immediate 2 cycles. So it's the same. Oh no, because that would be 2 cycles to load, but that would take 4. No, it's quicker. Right. So we're setting the color for we are trying to put Quazzy on our scrolling background and trying to get it to scroll with it. So we're just putting all the code in to get the sprite on the screen. Right, so that's done that. Right. Remind me later about that, mate. So this is 1. And then it's 3. I'm sure someone will remind me. Right, so this is set in multicolour. Now I'm not too sure if I've got the multicolour on here in this. No, I haven't got the multicolour on here. No. So, so what's 5? Is that brown? Is 5 brown? Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's green. Change that to green then. And 10. And 10. 6. 10. That's brown. That's definitely brown. Yeah, that's definitely brown. No. Oh, right, so it's not brown. It's that one there then. 9. So what's that? That's if that's brown. No, that's brown, isn't it? So what's that? Is that pink? That's pink, isn't it? Oh, it's not called pink, is it? It's light red, isn't it? There we go. That should be 10. Yep. Right. So that's set up the multicolour. And then we need to set up our flags. Right, let's see if we get any joy. Ooh. The default memory block, memory data 2000 overlaps default. Oh, okay. Orange. Yes, you was right, mate. Mr. Bates. So, we'll get you on the scoreboard, I think. There you go. Right, so I'm crossing over. I'm crossing over a boundary somewhere. 2000. So this must be breaking that. So we will shift some of this stuff past it. And we'll put that there. Let's see if that... no. Still overlapping. Okay. We're going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery, I think. Draw screen. We can shift that. I know that for a fact. In fact, we can shift that as well. Grab that. Put that there. Yeah, but the screen's at 4,000. Yeah. The screen's at 4,000. Yeah. So the sprites are going to have to go. Because the character data's there, look. Yeah, 6,000. So we're going to have to put the sprites in at 8. What were they on here? 2. So that's going to be 8880, isn't it? So we've got to put it there. So we'll put the sprite data in. Because this, ooh. Screen. Let's have a look at the constants. The screen is at 4,000. Yes, so that's going to be what? 6A80. So it's going to have to be put there. That's that. And we're still overriding it. What's this default? Map data, that's that. Defaults here, up here. But that should be defining that. Why is that at 2,000? Why is it saying it's at 2,000? I don't understand that. Why is it saying it starts at 2,000? This really annoys me, this does. There's no way that program we'll just shift the map data. Right, 4,000 is the screen. So 4,4 So 4,4 is We could put it there, couldn't we? Could put the map data there. 4.4. Right. There we go. Well, there's Quazzy.
Oi, John, pay attention to chat.
Have I? Have I? No, I'll put it there. I mean, to be honest, we could bring the sprite data forward. We could bring the sprite data forward because the char characters don't go that far. So we could bring that to 6400. Well, this one? Nah. But why is basic starting at 2000? Oh, lib sprites. Let's have a look at there. See what's going on there. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Let's take that out, and we've got so 2000 to 2100. So we have space at so yeah, we have space after. So we'll take it out there. And I have 2 imports of the sprite data. No, I don't. No, mate, I don't. Just have it once, that's here. In my lib. No, I don't. No, I don't, mate. It's the same. If you're thinking of this, forget that, right? This is the what we're copying from, yeah? The demo scene file is the one we're interested in, yeah? This one. So I've put the sprites there, which is just, well, just after that, but it's not. We're going to put this in a different place, yeah? What was the problem was me libs. This one has got some data on the screen. It's got some memory usage, and Kit puts it at 2000 by default. So what I've done is I'm adding it to the end. I'm going to add it to the end of, not animate, not scroll, here. I'm going to put it there. Right, so if I do F6 now, we'll just look at the memory map. Right, so Quazzy's there. I don't know why he's there, but we'll figure that out in a minute. But we've now got so we've got space to 4,400, yeah. So we've got our we can put the gate. We've got between there and 4,000, which is the screen. Yeah, yeah. Then we've got the map data there. So we've got space in between the map data and the character set. We can bring the sprite data forward to say 6,400. Yeah. So we could bring the sprite data forward to 6,400. So we've got to work that out now. So clear 2, 4. No. 2, 4 divided by 64 is now 144. So our sprites are now at 144. So they're now at 144. So Quazzy should still be hooked up in the top corner. Here he is. So he's still there. So we've just relocated the sprites and we're okay. God, why is that? Maybe, yeah. Right, the set. The thing is, the set X should be doing that. Low, high. Sprite lib. Set X. So stores a apply X. Let's have a look what that does. If xi is equal, see, that should turn it off. If xi let's put a breakpoint there. Find out what's going on. Right, so we're loading X high, which is 3C. Really? 7020. 7020. Really? All the way out there. $36. That can't be right. 3C can't be right. Yeah, but that's X low. What's X low? Got having big fonts. Don't know if make life difficult. Right. 7020. Right. 7020. Oh, the scrolling's going over it. Oh, no it ain't. 7020. Here we go. X high. That shouldn't be 3C. That shouldn't be 3C. Got a problem there. Let's have a look. Right, so when we store X, set X, where is it? Here we go. So A should be 0, right? Here. A0. Oh, Muppet. What a Muppet. Yeah, you saw it, Andy. What an absolute Muppet. Right, I can do that, can't I? We'll find out, Andy. We'll find out if we can do that. Right. It doesn't seem to. Right. We'll do that for Y as well because we'll have the same problem there. Right. Luckily, because I got it in brackets, I can reuse those labels again. Right, let's run it again. Quazzy shouldn't be all the way over there. Hooray, he's in the right position. So he needs to be down here. So let's get that sorted. Now that's the whole point of this library, Stacy, is you don't have to worry about that, yeah? You run these functions and they do it, yeah? You let the library do the work. So here, setting Quazzy, we're setting Quazzy's X position at 60, which is right. But we're setting him at 80, which is not right. So we need to set him at... yes, you was right, mate, but not quite in in what you expected. Yes, stop it. Well, Docster can get some points for suggesting it was wrong. There you go. For pointing it out. And we've done it now. Right, so Y position is 180. And here for Jill, she's at 80. She's going to be up the top. I'm surprised we're not seeing Jill. Right, F6. Right, so Quazzy should be further down. Not quite to the bottom. Oh, there she is. Oh, she looks a bit funny. I bet I'm missing an enable. So we need to. So that's gonna. If that's 180, this must be what, 200, 210. Now, what's up with Jill? She looks like the bells hit her head. Well, we'll just find out. I bet I've not switched something on. Well, I don't know. That's the multicolour sprite. And we've set, in fact, let's do that. Right, so that's setting sprite 1 and 3 to be multicolour. Yeah, this one, it seems to be missing. So if that's 0, 1, 2, 3, but that's right. 40's. Oh dear. Let's do F6. Let's find out. See if we can spot her. Right, she's up there. Right, we've got a problem with. Are we running over sprites? Because Quazzy's okay. Right, where are we? So we're 98 and 90. CO. Ooh, this is way out. Those are not right at all. No, the pointers are way off. Pointers are way off. She's definitely not in that range. We can't see the sprite memory in here, can we? Can we see the sprite memory in here? And can't change it from here, can we? No. Oh, there's Quazzy. There's Quazzy there. Esmeralda's all gone really funny. Oh, there she is. There she is. Right, see. Okay. Right, before Sprite RAM. Sprite RAM. Constants. Let's put that up there. was 144. So that should be right. We've got to get Esmeralda on the screen. Come on. Let's load the bitmap in. Sprite pad. I think it was Sprite pad that we used. Bitmap. Okay. Raw data. Okay. Oh, didn't load in. Oh, why is that not loading in? I hope not. Let's have a look. Well, if I did, Quazzy won't be there. No, Quazzy's still there. Right, let's find the file. I think I've still got the original. Right, paste. Right, I think that's the original. There we go. So if we are at 144, which is so this is sprite 0. Right, so we are talking 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. 32 and 40, okay. Maybe I've got my numbers wrong. Oh, yeah. Maybe that should be 40 and that should be 32. Well, there we go. We've got her in colour. But that does... Yeah, that's right. Multicolour sprite. Oh, hang on. Oh, have I closed it down like a wally? closed it down. Yeah, I did close it down. Right, so according to this, the outline of Quazzy is sprite 8, which is there. Okay, so that's the colour. So the outline of Jill, oh, it's the opposite way, right? No, it ain't. The outline of Jill should be 40. And then 32 for the colour. So the outline is not showing. Right, let's see what's going on there. Right, so oh, it's can't see it. Is it on? It says it's enabled. What's it set to? Oh, X is 0. X is 0. Oh, I'm setting the wrong one. Setting the wrong one. Set the wrong one. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Setting the wrong one. The X value is on the wrong one. So, that's 3. Really, it should be 2. Right. That should be right. Oh, trying to... There we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, Andy was right. I was setting the wrong one, setting the wrong sprite because it was over here. Right, so we have now got 2 sprites, more points. Oh dear. All right, mate. Good spot. It was a good spot. Right, so now we've got Quazzy down here. We'll relocate Esmeralda up here, but we're just going to leave her there for the moment. And we are going to so the start position for Quazzy is 60. But what's the dimensions of the area? I can't remember. What's the dimensions of the area for sprites on the C64? Aha! Good old dust layer. It's really... That's not 320 to there, is it? I thought it carried on to here. Is that right? Aha, here we go. Right, so we're looking, right. Yeah, that's CPU cycles, yeah. Right, so we want, so it's 343 to there. 343. So 157. So we're going to be hex 57 in, because we want it to be there, and we said to make it easy we're not going to we're not going to use the high buy, yeah? So as soon as it hits FF, that's what we're going to use. So that's 57 away from the edge of the screen. So we need to put Quazzy 57 plus 23. So that's what? 70? 80? So we need to put Quazzy 80 in. So let's see where that puts us. So that's what 57 plus 23 is 90. Really? Right, so this is the point. So this is the line here. So where Quazzy starts hitting this point here, we're going to start. So if he's going in that direction, yeah. So we're going to be scrolling the screen this way, and conversely, he's going to be somewhere here. When he hits here, we're going to scroll the screen that way. So Quazzy will have this area to run around in, yeah. But as soon as he hits there, it's where we're going to stop him and What, mate? Oh, you mean this? It's a torch. Stacy, mate, you weren't around last week to help me out. So I built a torch. See, this is how good I am at graphics. Alright? This is how good I am. I mean, look, I can code. You know, we've got animation and scrolling going on at the same time, but I just can't do graphics. I'm just rubbish at it. Absolutely rubbish. So what we're going to try and do now is we're going to put the rest of the code that makes Quazzy move, and then stitch in the... You'll send me a torch. Cheers, mate. So we've got Quazzy on the screen. Now we're going to add all the code that allows us to move him. Yeah? Oh, I'm terrible at graphics. If my life depended on it, nah, I'd be gone. Right, so we have got the scroller running here, yeah, and we have got our key test down here. So what we need to do, the key test is no longer going to be our method of scrolling, yeah. Our method of scrolling is going to be defined by the position of where Quazzy is. So what we're going to do is, this is starting. So I'm just thinking whether to mate, thank you very much. Thank you for the 500 bits. Oh, I haven't got a bit thing on there, have I? On my overlay. Oh, I'll have to get that sorted, mate. I'll have to get that sorted. I'll have to put something on there that says who's gave me bits last. I'll sort that out, mate. I'm working. It's a work in progress, that overlay. It's a work in progress. It's getting there. Right, so this. So we need to. Right, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Because Quazzy will not stop. Quazzy won't stop. And we are using that. Okay. Okay. So we can just copy and paste that, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do JSR sort out Quazzy, and we are going to copy all of this. Just copy the lot. Because we're going to mess around with it. So we'll copy all that. And we will put it... We've got plenty of space, so we'll put it at the end here. We'll put it at the end there. No, mate. We're going to have a small window. We're going to have a small window. Again, have I got looper in twice? I've got loop there, which goes there. So that looper. Right, so I've just copied it to here. So sort out Quazzy. Yeah. So we'll put a star equals star. So we know where we are. So we're not jumping to... Oh, have I got that already? Oh yes, it's there, already defined. Right. So I need to rem out this. I need to rem out all this lot. Because we're doing that, then we're testing, and I don't need to do that. Don't need to do that either. So bypass scroll. So we need that. So we do the direction. Load direction. I need to reset the direction, so we'll leave that there. Right, so Quazzy, we're going to get him working. So exactly the same as before. Going to load him up. Going to... Oh, we've got the joystick in there as well. Okay. So, and this can go back to loop. Not loop. Oh, come on. In fact, it's not loop. Where we want to go back to here. So where we setting the interrupt is there. So we need to come back to here. So no, we don't. No, we don't. We just do a return with RTS. That's all we do. Right, let's see if he moves. Well, clearly we've got something wrong because poor Jill's gone freaky. Right, okay. Okay. Load Esmeralda base. Have we got a... Oh, look. Right, okay. Right, the numbers are wrong. Okay, so constants. So we need that. So that is whatever. Then that is whatever. And we'll work it out in a minute. Right. So we've still got it open. So Quazzy, so that's right, isn't it? Quazzy right, so that's 0. Zero, so that's plus 0. Quazzy left is... No, that's jump. Quazzy left is 4. Quazzy jump right, so that's from there, is 16. Quazzy jump left is 20. And Esmeralda, Jill, should say, we have got a point in that way, haven't we? So right is 32 and left is 36. (32, 36). Now we work out everything else after that because we know that the sprites are only have got a 4 gap, so we should be back on the money. There we go, we're back on the money. So we should be able to... There's Quazzy moving. It disappears. So that's where we are going to start scrolling the screen at that position. And then when he gets to, it was about there, wasn't it? That's where we're going to start scrolling the screen in that position. Right, so we need to do some calculations. Because what we need to do is, where we used to have the storing in the direction, that's what we're going to do. We're going to store in the direction. Yeah, X position at FF. So we're going to test for FF, and if it is, we're going to start scrolling the screen, but not get Quazzy to move further on. So we're going to do it on the keyboard first. So in fact, we can actually do it on the Quazzy direction. So we just need to go to update Quazzy and see what we can do here. So we calculate the sprite frame, then we load the direction, then that means we're going left. If we're not, we're jumping. So that's something we've got to consider as well, jumping. But we'll just do the walking first. Yeah. And then it's coming here. So what we need to do is... yeah, somewhere it was 8. I think we worked it out to 80 to 255. I think that's where we worked it out to. So what we need to do here, because this is increasing X, so he's going that way, yeah? Whichever way it is. So we need to test, we need to load SPOX. Compare it with 255. Branch is not equal to not scroll screen. So that means we're going to scroll the screen, yeah? Alright. So, we're going to scroll the screen. Now, to scroll the screen, we had... where's the remmed out stuff? So, A, that's going that way. So it's not, it's D. So D, we have to do this. We have to load that into the direction. So we'll go back to update Quazzy. Here. So we tell it. So we're going to tell the screen scrolling routine that we need to go in that direction. And then we need to basically, yeah, jump to game looper end, because we don't want to increase the X, yeah, because we're already at 255. Now we're scrolling the screen. So that's what could happen there. So we do exactly the same for here. So basically we'll just grab this effectively, grab that, copy that, paste it there. So this time it is, I think we said 80. So direction 1, we jump out, and if it's not, we decrease the screens. That can't be that simple. That cannot be that simple. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. Let's try it. Right, so everything's fine. So I'm going to press D. So we're going to walk across the screen. Right, we're still walking. I haven't broken him walking. Right, here we go. So let's see. When we hit that magic number. Oh, we're scrolling the wrong way. Oh, scrolling the wrong way. Right. Let's sort that out. So that's got to be 1. And that's got to be 2. Right. Right, here we go. So we get to there and we're scrolling. Oh, janky, 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 janky. That is definitely throwing a fit now, isn't it? We're not doing too bad that way. Ooh. How come it's okay one way but not the other? That's fine. See, that's jumped ahead, look. And then it goes back. No, we're not scrolling the entire screen. We're scrolling from about there, mate. Down. Let's see. Goes to game loop end, so it comes back here. But we need to scroll. But we're not scrolling every... We're not... Oh, right, okay. We're not scrolling. Rats. We're only scrolling on the second frame. And then we come to here. Yes, I mean, yeah. So we move Quazzy, he sets where we're going, and then we're doing this. But Quazzy's moving every frame. Quazzy's moving every frame. So let's just take this out. So, oh, this. Let's just take that out. See what it's doing. I think it's because they've got on 2 different frame rates. Right, here we go. And then go backwards. Yeah, it's because they're on 2 different frame rates. I mean, it's not bad, is it? That is not bad. That's not bad scrolling. And Quazzy looks like he's actually running at the right pace as well. Right. So, how to get Jill to be in the same place. Now that's going to be tricky because we are... Oh, I can see some screen tearing. It's not that bad that way. Oh, but it's obvious there. We might have to lose another line. May have to lose another line, I think. See, the top of the clouds is just... It's just starting to tear. I need to make the sprite scroll position relative. I'm not sure what you mean, mate. You mean keep Quazzy in the middle and just scroll around him? Oh yeah. I thought he jumped. Hang on. I thought he could jump. I'll have a look. So we have to do something with this. I can't remember, mate, to be honest. I can't remember. Let's have a quick look. Let's find out. ADL. L. Oh, wrong one. Right, L to jump. Let's see how good it's doing. I don't think it'll work with jumping, to be honest. Let's try it. So the jump sprite numbers are wrong. Right, the jump sprite numbers are wrong. Here we go. Oh, right, okay. Okay. Those jump sprite numbers are governed by that array, aren't they? This array. So we've got to make this relative as well. Okay. So we was at 170. So we need to make these relative. So let's do this. So it was 170 and it's 86, so that's plus 16. So we do that 3 times. Then 17. And we do that 1, 2, 3 times. So 17, 17, 17, and then 18. And we do that 3 times. 18, 18. And then we do 19 3 times as well. So 19, 19. 19. Right, copy that, put that there, rem that out. So this is 20, 3 20s, 20, 20, 21, 3 times. Three 21s, 1, 2, 3, 3 22s. And oh, hang on, have I gone wrong? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, okay. I think I've gone wrong. 23, 23, 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I've gone wrong on the other, this one. Right, 16 3 times, 1, 2, 3. 17 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's one too many 17s. So I'll make that a 19, get rid of that. Right, so we should now be all relative. So we should be able to jump now. There we go. Jumps gracefully. Right, let's see what it looks like. Right, so we've got Quazzy in there. Let's see what we can do with Jill. Right, now how are we going to, so we've got to make Jill relative to the background, not the screen. Yeah, so at the moment we've got an infinite screen. Yeah, so it rolls off and then it comes back round. But with Jill, we can't do that. So if we put Jill on the tower, we need to keep her on the tower. But once the tower goes off the edge, that's it. We don't see her anymore. And same with the other way. Yeah. But we need to make it relative to the screen. It's gonna be interesting, that one is. So what we need to do is, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? It's going to be interesting. We've got our sprite array. So the X and the X on the sprite array can determine where she is in real space. Okay, so we need to do that now. Right. We need to when we do the scroll, we need to update Esmeralda's position. And so I'm looking here where we update update Jill. I mean, we called her Esmeralda, but it's Jill. And we've got a sprite array, Yeah, so we've got a sprite array with everything in it here. So what we need to do is we need to use this sprite array to determine what's happening with Esmeralda on this particular system. Now, how we're going to do that? So we need to do it on scrolling. Now, the first two sprites are Quazzy, so we know not to. We don't need to mess around with that. So we can mess around with X low and X high for the others. So okay. So in the scrolling, so we've got scroll right and scroll left. Okay, so we need to update oh God, John, think. Right. Oh, the Amiga. Right. Right then. So let's figure that. So scroll left. That means the background scrolling left, which is that way. Which means Esmeralda needs to go left as well. Jill needs to go left as well. So JSR. So let's do this. So we are effectively decreasing, right? So set carry LDA X low, comma. Ooh. Zero, 1, 2. Oh. Do I have to do it that way? No. Oh, what am I thinking? Right. Now, because we've done that, I can do this. And we are okay with the sprite in position. But I don't want to do that because I need to then LDA LDY get it right, John. Hash 2 JSR set X. What? You okay? Whatever. Right. So if it goes off the screen, so it's going that way, then we need to right, disable it. So LDA hash 0, LDY hash 2. And we are JSRing working sprites dot enable. So that should turn it off. And then jump bypass enable. So any other time it'll be enabled. So just grab that, switch it on. Right, so we've done that, and then we need to INY and then do it again because there's two sprites. Right, so we've moved dual left, so that should be okay. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what damage we've done. Have we broken it? Well, she's still waving away. So we're going that way to make it scroll that way. So here we go. Does she move? Kaboom! Kaboom! Oh, Wally. Oh, yes, I and Y. Gotta do that there as well. Right, here we go. Let's try it again. She's waving away. Oh, come on. Right, we'll put a breakpoint there. Let's see what's going on. Right. Oh, bionic Quazzy. Right, here we go. Right, so we've moved. Subtract 1. Loads 22. Yeah, A is high. Then we set it. We apply it to and then return back. Increase Y, which is now 3. So we're still with the same values. Do it again. So that was okay. Then we load 7020, which is 0, branch of plus, and we enable it. We just make sure it's enabled. Okay. Boom. Boom. Right, where's my breakpoint? Here we go. Walk into the... Oh, you are joking me. Oh. Come on, move with the times. Oh, she's moving. She's moving. She's not moving very quickly, but she's moving. Parallaxing. There we go. Now, the reason she's not moving as fast, because I think she's only moving when we update the screen. And we need her to move when we're doing the scrolling as well. So where is it? So we do, right, so that's there. So that's where we're updating the screen, but we need it to happen on here. That's where we need it to happen. Right. Let's see if she's relative to the castle now. So, there we go. Goes off the screen, turns off. Come back. She should come back on the screen. No! Oh, she is. She's sort of there. She's sort of there, somewhere. Right. Yeah, she's sort of there. Right. So we've done dual moves left. We now have to do move right. So let's get down there. There we go. Now the thing is, I'm just thinking we don't. No, we need to test the other way, don't we? We need to test for a minus number to and disable it, and then we need to re-enable it. We need to test the, because she's coming that way. So if she goes off, if she goes off there, we need it to rename. Right. Okay. So this is not quite right yet. It's not re-enable. It's right. So where's that picture? So we need to, if she's say 350, as soon as she hits 350 we need to enable her to turn her back on. 350, so 350, so we need to enable her at 015E. So we need to load working sprites.xi, compare it with 1, branch of carry set to bypass enable, because alright, see you later, Mikroman. Because if it's greater than 1, she's off the screen, she's over there somewhere, right? If she's equal to 1, then, well, if she's less than 1, then we don't need to turn her on because she's already turned on. So we'll send that to bypass enable as well. So what's left is when she's equal to 1. So then we do the working sprites.xlow and then compare with was it 5e? 5e. So this will only happen when it's equal to 1. It will only happen when x high is equal to 1. So if we are greater than 5e, then we bypass the restart, the enable. If it's equal to 5e or less than, then we turn it on. Right. So we can test this. We can test this. Right, so we'll send her off the screen. So we'll walk that way until she's off the screen. Right, she's off the screen. So we'll walk past, and once that turret has gone off the screen, and some, there you go. So she's up here, she's gone off the screen over there now. So if we walk back, because we're scrolling left, we should sit, there she is. Oh, where? She turned on and then she turned off again. Oh, she's there, look. Oh, come on. We need to look at what's going on there. Need to look at what's going on there. There must be something going. Yeah, but I'm testing it here. Testing it there. Because we're setting X here, so it should be setting it right. Right, I'm not going to disable it. Right. So I'm going to just rem that out, rem that out, rem that out, and rem that out. Just to see. So it goes off, she'll go off the screen. Right, off the screen she goes. So if I go back, we should still see her because I've not turned it off. But she's not there. Absolutely not there. Right. So, what I need to do then is...
Ladies and gentlemen, 6502 Kebab has entered the chat.
Watch you, mate. So we're going about this all wrong. We're definitely going around this all wrong. So it's got to be something to do with set Y, set X. So we apply X. So yeah, it's here. So we need to make X work with this. So what we need to do, we're going to have to compare it. We're going to have to compare with one branch if not equal. So if it's not equal, it doesn't set that. If it's equal to 1, then it sets the... Right, I wonder if that'll fix it now. Right, let's walk her off the screen. Right, there she goes. Right, okay. That doesn't help. But we would not see that because we would have disabled it. Yeah, we wouldn't see that because we would have disabled it. Right, let's do the right. Let's do the right, just to make sure. So the right is exactly the same as the left, just in reverse. So we'll just copy the lot and we'll just reverse it. Right, so here we go. So instead of we'll CLC it, we'll ADC it, we will BCC it, and we will INC it. So yeah. So this time we are testing for going off the screen. So we need to go and compare with one. Branch carry clear, which means it's less than. If it's 1, or if it's greater than, then we'll bypass enable. Bypass enable, because we don't want to turn it back on. But if it's 1, we need to then check X low, compare it with 5E. If it's greater than, no, if it's less than, then we bypass I mean, it says enable, but it's not. It's disable, isn't it? Because we don't turn it on. If it's less than 1, then she's on. If she's greater than... No, if she's less than 1, we go to re-enable, so that switches it on. Greater than 1, we bypass it because she should be switched off. Load the low. That's re-enable. That's re-enable. If it's less than. If it's greater than or equal to, if it's greater than equal to, then we turn it off, which is here. So we bypass the enable, and so to re-enable it, oh, this is getting confusing. No, I don't know what he's barking at.
He doesn't know what he's barking at.
Aston, shut up. There's no one there. Right, okay, so let's get back onto this. So we're moving right. We're checking if it's underneath it, then we need to re-enable it. So I'm trying to think. So if it's less than, we need to re-enable it. We need to re-enable her. So we'll just get rid of this and we'll just say it's re-enabled. Right, so that re-enables it. Right, so this is all messy, this is. I'm going to have a look at it off stream to just make sure. Right, so this is going the other way. this is going the other way here. No. Yes, this is going the other way. Right. Boo. Boo. 5 4 4. No worries, Stacy. You enjoy yourself. Right. So she goes off the screen. She comes back. She goes off the screen. So this is where she is now. This is proper. So she shouldn't disappear. And she doesn't. Now she goes off the screen. So if we come back, she should come back. Whoa, there she is. Then she goes off the screen. But she comes back because we're not actually turning it off and on. So let's put the enabling routines back in. So the sprite does no longer do that double entry. Right. So we go off the screen, and this time she should stay off the screen. Oh, and she hasn't. Ooh. Naughty, naughty. That's gotta be this here. It's gotta be that. So we need to check. I mean, it didn't even disable it, did it? Right, so walking left, where we disable is here. Let's see if it gets in there. Right, so when she comes off the screen, she should get disabled. So here we go. No. So she's not even getting disabled. That's why she's still seeing. That's why she's still seeable. So it's all about this. So we will put a breakpoint. Cool, that means we're going to be testing all the time. X high. We're not setting X high. We shouldn't be setting X high. Because A should be... We're loading A with XI. That stores it straight off the bat. Here. Store XI. So we're not actually doing anything with it. And then when we apply it to the sprite, we ignore it if it's anything but right, so this should be a proper number. Right, I need to run C64 debugger in admin mode. Let's do this. So it should. Ooh, kaboom. Why is that kabooming? Let's do that then. What? Right. That's just to make sure the element, it was running at the right speed, because that can cause it crash sometimes. What on earth? Well, well, well. C64 debugger does not like admin mode. Okay. We'll just have to run this at super fast speed. Right. 300, 400, there we go. So we're running. And we'll see on here whether she gets disabled. Yeah, there. Now she should. Did I put a breakpoint in? I can't remember. Eight, 5, 3. No. It's not been turned off. And it's a FF as well, so I'm not sure why it's not... the X position's at FE, so it should have... if we look... This is the row with all the bits on it, yeah? That was 0, 0. So it's definitely going down. And XI is FF. So it should go to FE. There we go. So we've got a problem with the test. We've got a problem with the test. Here. So we're low. Oh, that's why. Oh, I've just seen it. Just seen it. Ah. What a wally. Plank. Right. Right, so it's disabled one but not the other. Load 2. I wonder if I'm destroying... Right, set enabled. Oh, X. Oh, transfer A into X. Am I destroying Y? Yes, I'm destroying the accumulator, aren't I? Y is still okay, but I'm destroying the accumulator. Right, let's try this again. Right, off the screen she goes, and she stays off. There we go. So, we'll go back. She should come back on the screen. There she is. Hey, come on. Off the screen you go. And she's gone. Oh, and she's back. Oh, okay, we'll see what's going on there. She's a stalker. We'll see. Right. So it's on this one now. It's on the right. So why would it be re-enabling it? Okay, let's just walk through. We're loading high. Oh, but it's not that, is it? It's when it comes. It's here. So we need to do the same as this here. Right. So we're loading that branch. Hang on, we branched if plus, didn't we? Branched if plus to enable. That's it. Branch plus to enable. Which is here. What did I call it? Oh, re-enable, that was it. But I'm re-enabling it here. Can't call it that again. If I'm re-enabling it, it's minus then. Branch if minus to bypass. Bypass enable. Right. So if it's positive, then we check with 1. If it's greater than 1, bypass. If it's equal to 1. But that's what this does here. Doing the test again, and we bypass it. So no. Don't need that. We just need that. Right, let's try that again. So, we walk her off the screen. She's gone. Bring her back. And then she should go off the screen again. And stay off the screen. Forever. Oh. Oh, she's definitely stalking. It's set to 2. Why is that set to 2? She's off the screen. That's right. It's set to... Why is she back on then? Because it's that way, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going that way. Right, so we're not turning it off, right? We're not turning it off. We're adding. We are setting the sprite. We're loading. Is it 1? Is it greater than 1? Bypass enable. If it's greater than 1, it should be disabled. Always disabled if it's greater than 1. So we'll do that. If it's greater than 1, it goes to disabled. It's always disabled, doesn't matter. We disable it, bye bye, gone. And then it jumps out. If it's equal to 1, then we test the low. If it's less than, we re-enable it. If it's greater than, it's disabled still. Right. Come on. Let's make Jill disappear. Right, so we're going that. Oh, that went too quick. She was off too fast then. She was off like a bullet. Okay, let's just check this. Compare it with 1. Disable. Bypass. If it's less than 1, re-enable. If it's equal, right, if it's re-enable. Gone. Never to return. Right, something to do with this here. So we load a high sprite, high value. We compare it with 1. If it's less than, then she stays enabled. If it's greater than 1, it should get disabled. But it's only got to be great. Oh. John, you're such an idiot. Right. Whoops, in the wrong screen. Right, she's still on. Disappears. She should never come back. Should never come back. She should never come back. Right, so if we walk the other way, she should come back. So it's not this one, it should be on this one. Oh, disappointed. Right, disappointed. So that's this one. So she's not... Oh, hang on. I'm losing the plot now. So we went that way, so she was high. Right, so if we come back, does she turn back on? No. And that's because Quazzy's going... Right, so... That's because we are decreasing. So it's this routine here. Not this one. This one here that's faulty now. So let's just check. Well, we know it's enabled. So we've got the same problem here as well. Got the same problem here. Branch if equal to right. So it does the load test, then we check. Right, so that hopefully will fix the problem. Right, say goodbye to her. Bye. Right, Quazzy goes back. Does she come back on the screen? Yes, she does. Look at that. Look at that. Right, she goes off the screen again. Bye. Turn Quazzy around. Does she come back? There she is. Right. Let's put her where she's meant to be, which is there. See if we can get her where she's... So, X needs to go higher. And Y needs to go maybe twice as far. Right. So X for Jill needs to go higher. So we will say 10. And A is 1. And Y for Jill. We're 80 down. So 120. Let's see where that puts her. Oh! Right, we're too far down. And we need to go over some more. So, let's do that. Oh, no, we need to go over some more. No, that's the Y position of Quazzy, isn't it? Let's put that back to what it was. She's too far down, so we'll say 100. And she wasn't over far enough, so we'll say 30. There we go. So we need to make her go down now. So 110. Right. That looks about right. So we need now for her to be behind. Behind. Now, I think I've got that in here. I'm not sure. No, I haven't. Right. So we'll set it here. So, here we go. So we need to set, so LDA hash percentage, and it's 0000 1100, and that is in oh, what's priority? Anybody know what the code for the priority was? That one. Oh, it doesn't tell you what the DO1B. So we need to set it to 1. DO1B. Right, where's my constants? DO1B. What is that? There we go. That's the one. So 1. Right, so F6. There she is. She's now waving from the turret. So let's see what happens. And she moved. Well, that's it. She's not there. There she is. She disappears. And there she is again. Yeah, I was struggling to spell and say it. Esmeralda. Yes. Yes. We need to just run that. And we'll get close. There. And then we'll try and slow it down. Let's slow it down. Do that. Right, let's see what happens. Because she's definitely there. And as soon as... There we are, Quazzy's moving. Oh, did you see? The screen moved. Oh. Right, I'm going to do that again. We'll get over there. Right. So the screen should have already... Right, so we moved. And we moved again. Moved again. There. The screen goes that way. By one character. The screen moved by one character. Yeah. So there is a way we can resolve that, is by cheating. And we can cheat literally by making scroll X have a 1 in it or 2. Let's do that. So we are going to put it 2 frames into it. Right. So it will not be lined up. There we go. So it's just slightly off. So, and I think it was because it was on the 0. There we go. She's okay now. She was in the same place. Let's just do that again. Oh, so she did. It's the screen that moved and not her. Yeah. Yes, it moved to that side, just didn't it? It moved one way. It moved one character that way, and it shouldn't have done. Because Quazzy's further away. Maybe. No, that's, yeah, it's that's a funny one, this one is. Let's we'll do 254. Give us a bit of space. So we're 2 pixels away from the limit. Let's see what happens now. No, it still did it. Oh, she's moved back now, look. Look, she's moved again. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to do a bit of investigation. But the screen is definitely scrolling a character too far. Right at the very start. Right, let's put that scrolly X back to what it was. Maybe if I do that. Right, let's see if that's on the edge. Now she didn't move. She didn't move then. So let me, so that's 7. So let me halve that and say that's 3. 4 is roughly in the middle, isn't it? Right, so let's see if that's see if that still has the problem. Yeah, that definitely still has the problem. Okay, so we'll put it back to what it was. Right, does it do it now? No. Well, I think we've nailed it. Oh, that just jumped. And she's back again. Right, I think that's something for you guys to investigate. Because this is a community project. I think this is something for you guys to investigate and let me know. So we've got now... Not yet, mate. We've got, look, we got a bug. It's just scrolling just a bit too far. And what I'm thinking is, you know, this is meant to be a community. This is meant to be a community project. So I think you guys should take this code and see if you can figure out what the problem is. Because it's there. It's doing it there. It's like it's on the when you stop. As before it was on the start, and I think it's because, right, if we put zeros in there, so that means there's no horizontal scroll, yeah? I think what's happening is it thinks it has to scroll I think it's trying to scroll the screen, and it doesn't need to. Look. It scrolled it the wrong way. It doesn't need to. So that is the homework, I think, is to figure out why it's doing the jump. So, yep, debugging time. So it's now it's a bit of a mess, and I'm going to comment it and stuff like that. So if you've got the repo and you have, is it forked it to yourself, then you will see what changes I will make, so you can do a pull. But I think we've got it working. In essence, we've got it working, right? We've got Quazzy moving. We've got the screen scrolling, and we've got the animation going as well. Right? So all we need to do now, and we've got Jill in the same spot on the screen, sort of. But we've got a bug with the scroller that it just seems to be glitching. There. If you saw it, did you see it? It glitched. When you change in direction. It's not so bad that way, but it's this way. There, it's just done it again. So there you go, something for you to try and find out. I will put the code. In fact, I'll do it now. I will put the code out there now. So let's get this done. Oh, I'm not adding all that stuff into it. No. Only the 7 stuff. So that, not that. Should be able to add. Had the lot. Oh, that's pants. Right, one at a time. That. I should do it. So they should be all episode 7, which they are. Right, that should be out there. There you go. It's there. So, have a go. See if you can find what the problem is. Oh, I forgot to change the readme. Never mind. I'll do that in a minute. See if you can figure out what the problem is. We're getting somewhere now. The next thing is to try and I was messing around with it, was to extend, as you can see, I've extended the window. So I was trying to extend the play area, yeah, so instead of just a permanent rotating scroll, we set limits of the screen that allows us to walk to this side of the screen and then stop, so we can't go any further, and then walk back to this side of the screen, and then it stops scrolling when we get to the edge of it. So we've got a staging area that we can play. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, is messing around with that. Now that is probably on the 7, which I've just uploaded. I'm not sure. Hang on. Is that on the 7 I've just uploaded? Oh, so many boxes. Right, 7. Yeah, it's there. So that's in 7, right? But I knew I wasn't going to get to get it done. But that's what the next thing is going to be, is to basically is, let's run this. So demo scroll is that when we come this way, there is a point where we can't go anymore and it stops, right? And Quazzy just stops there. And same with going that way, that Quazzy will go along on his merry way, and eventually we come to the end of the staging area, yeah, and then Quazzy would stop. And so that's the next thing. So instead of taking what's here and putting it on there and having we're going to then start interrogating the map. The map. So as it scrolls, we get the next column, and the next column, and the next column, until we come to stop. So that's hopefully going to be the next thing that we've got to try and work out. So there you go. The source code's out there, right? It's in the Twitch streams Git repository, 07, because this is episode 7. And you've seen the bug. See if you can find what I've done wrong. And if you do find it and you fixed it, let me know, and we'll apply it and we'll go over it. Alright? So I think that's a good place to stop, because I've done what I wanted to do, which is to get Quazzy on the screen. In fact, I've done more, because Jill was going to be stood still. That what I thought was we'd get Quazzy on the screen, we'd get the screen scrolling as he's walking around, and then that's as far as we get. But we've got Jill, relatively speaking, moving around in her high tower. So I hope you've enjoyed this, because I'm starting to get into the hunchback thing now. So as you can see, the plan for the next stream is to have a finite staging area and work on that, and then after that is then applying characteristics to the blocks. So when Quazzy hits a wall, he stops dead, you know. Add some sort of gravity engine to it, so if he falls off, it pulls him down to a block that he can't go through. We've got jumping in. It's not very high, but we can do something about that. And start seeing if we can get this platformer into a concept that we can work with, and then code it properly. Alright, because this is just proof of concepts, yeah? But we're getting there. Alright guys, I mean, is anybody around to... I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.